Well, good evening everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here. We are out in the garage with the Rebel over there, and we are going to put the new exhaust tips on. Hopefully, assuming I can get the old ones off. Anyway, this is the before shot of what's on there now. Of course, the chrome tips, which I really don't like, and the new Carven black exhaust tips. So stay tuned and we'll see how it goes. Alright, we are laying under the truck. It is in off-road mode, by the way. Get it as high up as I can, which is perfect. There's the exhaust tip, existing. And here is the bolt that you need to take off to loosen this bracket or clamp so that you can pull the whole thing off, hopefully. So I'm going to sit you guys down and let you see me attempt to get that off. Hopefully you can see okay. Let's see, I need to get you in a good spot, I guess. Not sure where that will be or if I can even do it. I guess what I'll do is I'll just lay you right on the ground. How's that? You should be able to see the bolt over here, hopefully. Kind of hard to judge where that is when you're laying upside down. I'll use my hand to figure that out, I guess. Alright, so we're right here on the bolt. See if I can figure out which size that is. And there we go. First off, huh? Gonna need an extension, so let me grab that. As far as the size, this is a 13mm socket. So let me go get an extension. Okay. We've got the extension here. So let's give it a shot and see what happens, huh? Well, I can tell you it loosens pretty easily. I hope that's a good sign. Okay. Somehow I didn't think it was going to just pull right off of there, and it's not. We'll loosen that a little further. Clamp looks to be pretty loose now, I think. And I might have to smack on it a little bit, I don't know. I guess we'll loosen it up some more. This clamp does look like it's actually welded onto the tip itself. I tell you, it is a very long bolt, that's for sure. Wow. I'm gonna move this light out of my way because it is in my way. I'll put that up here somewhere. There. I don't know if that helps you guys out or not, but it helps me out. Okay, that clamp looks pretty darn loose now. Alright. I don't think I can get it any looser than that, so. Wow. That was pretty easy. Turn you guys around here. We've got the tip off. I just had to give it a little bit of a smack with my hand, and it's off. So here is the old tip compared to the new tip. And you can see the new one is a little bit shorter, at least on the, well, since this one is slanted, I guess it depends on the angle. It's a little bit taller on the short side of the tip, a little bit shorter, obviously, about 1.5 inches maybe on the long side of the tip. So we're going to take the new one down. Let me grab the clamp that came with it. I did buy the clamps because I didn't want to have to screw with trying to put the old ones on. And as a matter of fact, you can't even put the old ones on because they are welded, as you can see here, to the existing tip. Anyway, I'm going to work with this for a minute, and then I'll come back on and continue. So stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, I've got the tip off, and I did cheat a little bit. I'm going to admit it. I got the one on the other side, the driver's side, and now I have switched to the passenger side. Same point I was at on the other one, but I want to make sure I could get it on okay and didn't take up a lot of camera time. So anyway, this is what it looks like with the tip off. Of course, the new one fits right over this lip with the clamp, which you can see, and that's about it. Now, one thing I noticed was that when you put it on, the tip, of course, doesn't have anything holding it, right? So it wants to move all over the place. So I used a strap, which is here, just a simple strap, clipped underneath here at the opening to hold that up while I tightened the clamp down, and then I could position it how I wanted. So I'll lay you guys down and we'll show you what I'm talking about, hopefully. See if I have a good view on there. I don't know. Not sure. Hi. Let's see. That's probably pretty good right there, I think. So, first you have to decide which way you want to be tightening this clamp. I prefer to do it with the bolt facing the tire, just because it's easier to maneuver this around. The strap, there happens to be a couple of places, at least there were on the other side, that made it pretty easy. I'm going to see if I can't find those again here. And then just clamp this up to hold it while I tighten it down. Make sure I've got this the way I want it, which is that way for me. And just put it into position. And then, like I said, use the clamp here, find something to hook onto. That won't pull it off, of course. Just so you can get the clamp started, which is all I really want to do. So I think that should be pretty good. And I'll grab the socket and see if we can't clamp going on there a little bit. This is why I wanted to hold it, because you can't really do both at the same time. It's kind of difficult. Much easier, or if you have a third hand, that would be helpful, but most of us don't have 3 hands, so, well, at least I don't know. Alright, I'm going to move my light here so I can get a better look at what I'm doing. Of course, you know, there's never a good place to put a light when you want it, right? So I think we'll just lay it on the floor. Alright. Make sure we have this somewhat in the right position. And it kind of just fits right over the lip of the new tip pretty well, so pretty difficult to not get it on there correctly, I think. Anyway, let's get this tightened a little bit more, and then we'll position it where I want it. I think that's about right. I guess we'll find out if I go to pull it off and it actually comes off, right? Once you get it fairly snug, then you're going to want to adjust the pipe where you want it, because once you get it tight, you won't be able to. At least you shouldn't be able to. So let me take a look and see if that's actually where I want it to be. And it's not at the moment, so we're going to kind of finagle that around a little bit. And this is really just eyeing it where you want it, I think. Obviously you want both sides to be the same, of course. But I think I'm actually even going to get a level. Of course the truck's probably not really level, but I want to see, for comparison's sake, where I'm at. So hopefully this is magnetic, because my level is. Ah, it is. It's good. So, let me take a look here. It's not level at the moment, but I think if it were, probably would stick down pretty well if I do. But I want to see if I level it. How that's going to look. Yeah, right there is level, actually. And that leaves a pretty big gap. But I just wonder, let's see if I have a good point to see if the truck itself is level. And like I said, I'm sure it's probably not. Well, you know, it's looking at the hitch back here. No, it's not far off. So I'm going to try to match that. I think I can at least eye it close enough. It's right about the width of my finger, my index finger to my knuckle. Puts it about even with where the hitch is. So I think we're gonna go with that. My finger is going to be, of course, got to go with my left finger, because you know the right one is different. But I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use my finger as the gauge, and I think I have it pretty well centered otherwise. Yeah. So we're going to use my finger between the top of the tip and the base that's above it, if you will. That's going to be my gauge. Now all I should have to do is tighten it down. And you don't want to go too tight. This thing, it keeps going, and I'm afraid if I gave it all I had, I'd probably break something. The clamp or something, I don't know. So I just give it a good snug, and I think that's about it. So as you can see, it's on. I've got my level, if you guys want to see where I've got that, and I'm trying to match. Hopefully that'll focus in here for you. There. That matches pretty close to where the hitch plate over here, if I can get that to focus for you. Right here, this hitch plate is about exactly the same as far as the level goes here. So just a little bit off, not too far. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to give it one more little twist. Again, I don't want to go too tight because I don't want to break it. And I feel like I could. There, just a good snug. So now we're going to go back over to the other side. Get my little bracket off there. We're going to go back over to the other side and we're going to do the same thing, because this one, if you guys can see, I'm not sure. What I'm talking about with my finger is this gap right here between the top of the tip and the bumper. I can't get my finger, excuse me, in there at all. But on the other side, let's go over here. You can see I can right up to the knuckle, and I think that's pretty good. And actually, that's not level. If I check this way, now I guess this way. But that's okay. I don't think I mind that. I think it looks pretty good the way it is. So I'm going to loosen this side up again a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing with my knuckle, and at least so the spacing on each side is the same. So I'll lay you guys down here again, and we're going to just loosen this up a hair. Let's see if you guys can see. There we go. We're going to loosen this up a little bit so I can move it, and at least make it the same as the other side. Now, I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to have to use that tie down again. So just enough to be able to move it. That should be about it, I think. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to tighten it up a little and we'll hopefully be able to move it a little bit. Get it in the same spot. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it really is quite easy to adjust once you get the clamp on there nice and tight. So I think that's pretty good. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. And you can even get to this actually from just behind the truck. You don't really even have to be under it. But okay, I think I've got it. Actually, I think I want to move it a hair to the left. Okay. All right. I believe I can fly. You know the song? Not really. I really don't believe I can fly. Alright. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to tighten it a little, put my level on there real quick. Just am curious to see if it lines up the same or pretty close to the naked eye as the other side. And I'll let you guys see that if you can. Put my hand in here to focus, I guess. Come on. It's the only problem with these cameras. There we go. You can see the bubble. It's probably a hair higher than the other side maybe, but not too bad. So I'm gonna leave it as is. And I'm gonna tighten this down again. I don't want to go too tight because I do think I could potentially break it. The bracket, that is. Not the tip. Okay, I am done. So that took me probably about, and I was going slow and being careful, but probably about 40 minutes, maybe. I did stop in between, so probably about 30 minutes to do this. To show you guys the after here. These old pipes, man, they're pretty nasty. Anyway, I don't know how well you'll be able to see in this light. It's not the best light, but the tips are on. I think they came out pretty good. I need to take a better look outside in the daylight. See exactly how they came out, but I think they look pretty good. They're nice and black, no more chrome. There's the other side. Looking down on them. They both seem to be pointing the right way, which hopefully means that they're pointing backwards. You know, if they were pointing to the front, probably would have been a problem. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please click subscribe if you haven't before. Maybe hit that like button once in a while. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good night. Bye.